Hey people, welcome to the next module on health. So, today we're going to talk about strength. Right, remember that we separated health into three different facets. We had cardio, we had strength, and we have flexibility. And there'll actually be a fourth bonus module in this one because health is the most important, and that's going to be diet. So I'll teach you everything you need to eat, and I'll show you what your eating should look like on a daily basis. I'm trying to fast track you here to success. I'm trying to fast track you here to the point where you've got the right levels of health so you can move on, you can start businesses, you can try to make money, and you can shape your life in the way that you want to. I've been strength training ever since I was 16 years old. Now, I was trained by someone who was the same age as me at 16, but he was absolutely, he was huge. He was a really, really strong guy. He was endomorph. So there's like three different types of body. And two you need to know are ectomorph and endomorph. And some people are naturally born quite skinny, and some people are naturally born with quite wide shoulders. I'm lucky enough, or unlucky enough, however you want to see it, to have quite naturally wide shoulders. So it was easy for me to put on muscle and lift weights. Now, the guy who trained me also had wide shoulders and was also quite a wide character. So he also had, his chest would pierce outwards once he'd done a chest exercise. And so some of us have to work slightly harder for that, right? So your build might be an ectomorph or an endomorph. You might either be skinny, or you might either have wide shoulders and have more of a natural V shape. Now, that's just the way that your body is shaped, and it's quite easy for you to work that out by just looking at the mirror and saying, well, what do I look like here? Do I look like someone who's got wide shoulders and who's got quite a big build? Or do I look like someone who's quite skinny and looks like a bit more of a runner? Because runners tend to be skinny because they can't carry too much weight when they're running long distance. So, strength training, the second section of health. Now, two different types of strength training I want to talk about. We've got resistance, and then we've got here weight training, okay? Resistance, so that's body resistance training. So you don't need to look at the I'm just going to sort of cover it all up for a minute. I want you to look head on here and really listen to me. So with body resistance, you don't need to use any weights, and you can actually do that at home. Now, there's a lot of people online on YouTube who are going to show you how to do certain exercises just at home with no weights whatsoever. And during quarantine, I've spent a lot of time, despite me having 15, 16, 17 years of experience with strength training, because I find it the most enjoyable for me personally. I enjoy seeing the gains from lifting weights and like having quite big muscles and big arms and all this kind of stuff. So it makes me feel good about myself, and I enjoy how I look once I've done strength training. So the two different types I was talking about. So body resistance, lots of people on YouTube are going to give you tips on how to do body resistance exercises, guys. And yes, they will take you to an advanced level, but there are very, very basic steps, and there are very basic things that you could do at home for body resistance exercises. And I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 of the most basic ones that you can do every single day in the 20-20-20 split. Do you remember we had a 20-20 split? We had flexibility, we had strength training, and we had cardio. I need you to be doing all 3 of those so that you can build this machine up here that you're going to be building with us. Resistance training, 3 different types. You've got the one and only, guys or girls. You've got to do press-ups. It will strengthen the whole upper part of your chest and your internal shoulders here, your interior shoulders, and you actually do some of your back as well as you come down and you push yourself back up again. You can make it more challenging by holding when you get to the bottom. So as you come down on a press up, you come down, hold to make more challenging, and then back up and hold again. So the slower you do the exercise, the more challenging it becomes. If you're going to just do 20 really, really quick press-ups where your body's not even hitting the floor or getting close to the floor, I'm sorry, you're doing fake press-ups. So press-ups is the first thing I want you guys to be doing. The second one, guys, I cannot stress the importance. Squats, they're so easy to do, weightless, you don't need any weight whatsoever. Hands in front of you or hands above you, and you're going down and you're going back up. Amazing, amazing workout. You do not need any weights for both of these. They're both brilliant, brilliant body resistance exercises, and you can build a serious level of muscle doing both of those, and a serious level of leanness and that athletic body that a lot of us look for. The third thing, I want you to be doing sit-ups for your core. This is a really interesting part of the body. Everyone wants to have a six-pack. Everyone wants to look really like, really lean and really athletic in this part of the body. And they realize there's two ways you can do it, right? Diet is a huge thing. You've got to be careful what you eat, and we will talk about that in one of the modules. But the other most important thing is sit-ups so that you can build a powerful core, so that this becomes strong. Now, when I give myself a little punch over here, I actually feel that my muscles, and I feel the strength. It feels like a rock, because I've been doing sit-ups for many, many years. And when I first started working out, I wouldn't do many sit-ups, and I thought, no, it's okay, I just want to look really big. Wrong. You don't just want to look really big. You want to look athletic, you want to look lean, and you need to be smashing sit-ups out. So if you want to do split training on resistance on a daily basis, I want you to be able to do 50 press-ups, 50 squats. It's much easier to start off with a reasonable number. So call it 50, 50, 50 on all three of them. If you're only going to do body resistance exercises, and that right now that's highly likely given the coronavirus pandemic, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, you're able to go to the gym again, because I want to talk about the importance of weight training. But body resistance training at home, guys, will reduce commute time. You're not commuting to the gym, right? You're at home, you're smashing these workouts out. In 20 minutes on the middle section of strength, you are getting your press-ups done, your squats done, and your sit-ups done on your resistance. Guys, this is all you need to begin with. Some of you might be a bit more veteran level here. So some of you might be, well, I go to the gym and I lift heavy weights. Okay, fine, you can keep doing that if you like. But as a beginner, sort of intermediate level, this is a fantastic place to start. If you're able to do 50, 50, 50 every single day on a 20-minute split on each three of these, guys, message me in a month's time and let me know how you feel, and send me before and after pictures. This isn't purely a health and wellness course, right? Design Your Life is about all the different facets of life and the pillars of purpose, building you to become the beast that I want you guys to be, with health being the most important. Body resistance, first step. Once we get back into the gym, you've got to lift weights. There's no other way I can put this. If you want to build a muscular structure, you have to lift weights. Resistance training will get you lean and athletic. Weight training will get you bulky and really strong. So, with weight training, hopefully you guys are able to get back into the gym, and you're watching this when the coronavirus pandemic has lightened up and the lockdown rules have lightened up. But right now, I can't go to the gym, and no one I know can go to the gym. Now, weight training, again, simplicity is the key, guys. Don't get too complex over things. You might go and watch 20 YouTube videos, just don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Listen to me, follow some of these basic instructions, and watch the kind of beast you're going to become, okay? I've done this myself. I've been training for 15, 16 years. I'm taking it all back to basics. You do not need to push yourself and become a monster and have huge muscles, or be extremely lean and have a six-pack within weeks. It just won't happen. What I'm trying to do is build a sustainable life for you. So, weight training. Now, we're going to do bench press. Everything I'm talking about here is unisex. It applies to both male and female. Bench press. Obviously for females, I don't expect you to be picking up huge weights and pushing, huge weights on your chest, because you probably don't want to build a large chest as a lady. You probably want to keep it quite lean, and you probably just want to work on your six-pack and work on toning your body rather than building the muscles, right? Toning the muscles for women, building the muscles for men, because it just looks a little bit, for men it's nice to have like a big bulky chest, and for women you probably don't really want to have a big bulky chest and walk around like that. So bench press, guys, primary factor, which you should definitely, that's one of the first exercises that men do. Second one, no surprise, oh looky look here, it's squats again. Your legs, your lower back, your hamstrings, your thighs, it does the whole part of your leg, it even does your calves. If you get to the point where you're doing squats and you're just tiptoeing on your toes, then you're doing your calves. So this will do your whole lower body. Don't waste your time going to the gym and doing all these other little machines, guys. Just please don't do it to yourselves. Stick to the basics. You work with me, you work on these, you're going to become machines in all facets, not just in the gym. I don't want you being some massive, ripped or toned person walking around with no money in your bank account, with a terrible relationship, with no idea, how to meditate, and has extreme anxiety issues. I know so many people who are in great shape who have loads of issues in their life because they don't manage to control the different facets, the different pillars of life, pillars of purpose, as I call them. The third one, so we're doing our chest and our upper body here. We're doing our squats, we're doing our lower body, and now, some of you are not gonna like this. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, you've got to do deadlifts. That does your core and your lower back, and it provides so much strength. And once you get deadlifts done and you get them done right, and you're able to lift up weights which you're proud of, after a while you end up thinking, wow, you come out with exploding endorphins from the gym, and it is an incredible feeling once you get deadlifts done. I'm just gonna stand over here so that you guys can see this side of the board. So what I've done here, I've given you two different sections. I've given you resistance training, which I would prefer you to do at the beginning of the 20-20-20 split. If you're a little bit more advanced, you don't mind spending or wasting time commuting, let's be honest, commuting is a waste of time. Wouldn't you rather just get somewhere in a flash? You'd save so much time. You have so many things in life that you need to be doing. If you're weight training in the gym, please stick to these three. And if you're gonna be in the gym, you're not gonna be able to spend 20 minutes. You're going to be spending about 45 minutes in the gym if you're going. So I would much rather you get resistance training done. I'm gonna rub this off. Please go back, pause, screenshot, whatever it is you need to do. Stick to the basics, please. Right, so why are we doing strength training? Why? Why should I do strength training? I'm gonna give you the main factors that you're gonna do strength training for. A lot of you are saying, oh, I should go for a run to lose weight. I should go for a run to lose weight. Strength training loses fat. You know why? Because muscles burn fat. It's super simple. Again, I'm trying to give you the simplified version of the thousands of articles and hundreds of videos that I have watched on this and the hundreds of books that I have read on this. The best way to do it is not to sit here and explain it to you in a complicated fashion, explain to you the science of exactly this is what happens to your body, this is what happens to your red blood cells when you lift weights, this is what happens to your muscle fibers, which I could go through all day long. I want to simplify this. This course is a simplification so that your life can become way more efficient. Weights help you lose fat. Why we lift weights? You're not going to see the rewards right now, but please, you will reduce injury later in life. It's playing sports, running, whatever you might be doing, swimming, picking up your kids, gardening. If you engage in strength training, you will be reducing injury throughout the whole of your life. Before we move on, what I wanted to mention about reducing injury is I don't want you lifting heavy weights. I want you to focus more on form. Guys, it's so typical you walk into the gym and you see someone lifting heavy weights, you're like, oh, I wish I could lift weights that heavy. Don't worry about lifting heavy weights. It's not about how heavy the weights are. It's about your form. It's about how your body looks. If you do exercises in the right way, in the right form, you do it slowly without bending your back, making sure you're keeping your back straight. If you need help with these exercises, I will actually be putting together bonus courses after this course. I'll be going in depth into health. But right now I want to give you the overview. So the key thing here is focusing on form to reduce injury, not lifting heavy weights. Right, the other thing it does, improves team sports. If you play competitive team sports and you strength train, you're going to notice the difference. You're going to be stronger, faster, more agile, more balanced. Now, after I do some strength training for a week, and I've done it every day with the 20-20-20 rule, and actually I have now, on my phase, because I'm more of a veteran, I'm much more advanced in my level of health and fitness now, that I have dropped the flexibility and now I spend 45 minutes to an hour just on strength training. I'm in build phase now. So sometimes you can rebalance which phase you want to be in. I noticed that when I play football, soccer, when I'm shoulder to shoulder with someone and we're running, going for the ball, it literally takes me the tiniest of nudges and whoever's next to me flies. literally fly meters. We're both going for the ball. We're going for a little nudge just to go for the ball. I'm not talking about fouling people or pushing people here. A slight nudge. The other person will fly because you've noticed you've built core strength. You've built power. You've built muscle. Your muscles have grown. They've been torn after you've been working them out, and they have regrown stronger and stronger. Definitely improves your team sport if you play team sports. This is a huge one, guys. Endorphins. This will drive you to success. When you've done your workout and you get out from your workout and you have a shower, I call it the buzz. You get the buzz from strength training. Once you've done your workout, you also get it from cardio, but mainly you get it from strength training. You come out of that strength training session from the gym and you feel optimistic, happy, filled with joy, brimming with purpose, ready to attack your day, ready to attack your to-do list. I mean, I've done some strength training today and I am full of energy. I'm just like, what am I going to do? I want to do so many things today. And it's a Friday and I should be winding down and it's 5:30 in the evening where most people have stopped working, and I just want to keep going. And I want the same for everyone else behind this camera. I want all of you guys to feel exactly the same way. Endorphins, the buzz. One of the primary reasons, and I'm going to put a big blue mark here, why we strength train. We're not just strength training to look beautiful and to have a six-pack, we're strength training for the buzz, which then makes you a better business person, which you will be attracting money into your life. You'll be attracting the right kind of person into your life because you're a positive person. Final thing. Body image. Now, I'm going to put 2 yellow things here because this to you is the most important factor. And I know it is, and I know it's the most important factor in many people's lives because I see that and they just want to look good. And a lot of things you're going to see on Instagram now are of people with great bodies, posing, putting pictures up. Okay, fine, yeah, you look great, you look great. That doesn't make the rest of us feel great unless they teach us how they do that. Now, I want you guys to be strength training so that you are feeling positive and happy about your body image. It's so key. It is really important. The way you feel about yourself is going to resonate with everything else you do, with your work, with your life, with your family, with your relationships, with your romantic partner, with your career. If you feel better about your body image, you will feel better about yourself. Your self-confidence rises. And I've seen it everywhere. When I go on holiday and I'm, by the pool and I take my top off, I feel great because I'm in good shape. My friend who hasn't worked out for a year and who's just been eating junk all year doesn't want to take his t-shirt off. And it's just like, well, that makes me quite sad. Because of that situation, the knock-on effects for him are a lack of confidence. And I need to build confident people out of you. It's so imperative that I build beasts and mindset beasts, and this is going to be one of the key things. You need to be happy with your body image in order to move forward in life. If you're not, you just have more work to do than other people, right? We all started at 0. It just means you have slightly more work to do. That might not apply to some of you. Some of you might be extremely happy with your body image, but this is going to be the core feature. Body image you need to be happy with, endorphins, the buzz. These 2 are what drive everything else when it comes to strength training and your health. So again, guys, rewind, pause, screenshot, listen to it again. This is timeless information I want you to listen to all the time. This is practical information. I'm not going into massive details about why you get the buzz and why you get endorphins. That will be at later stages. I will be producing more in-depth courses on each particular pillar of purpose. But right now, get this into your head as to why we work out and the advantages of training, and go back and have a look at the body resistance training and the weight training schedule that I gave you. Super simple. If you can work on that every single day, you're on your way to becoming beasts. Till the next module.